Captain Andy here to bring you some more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. To help Clalin get through the story of Final Fantasy XIV one step at a time. As in the last previous streams, probably the last couple weeks now, we've been going through the jobs and classes that Clalin Reborn has to offer from level 0 or level 1 up until level 50. We now, as of last night, we finished off the questline within Limits Lominsa, and we're now making our way, we're 99% done Limits Lominsa, and we're on our way towards Gridania to finish up the last leg of this journey we've been on, at least for the job and quest storylines. We've done Wilda, we're going to finish off Limits Lominsa within the first couple of quests, probably the first quest, and going to continue on with Gridania. Now, I said we're 99% done with Limits Lominsa is because, as I mentioned last night, we're going to start off today's stream with Summoner, and you actually start off the Summoner's questline in Limits Lominsa, but it continues in Gridania, and it stays in Gridania until you're done with the storyline to that. So that's what we're going to do. Use this last work on Summoner first, and take a small break after that, and I will be back, and my plan for that is to work on Bard after that. Archer Bard. So this one may not take as long as before, although I said that before, so as we're just working on the Summoner job itself. We've already done Arcanius prior to a previous stream. You can check that out. If it's not on Twitch, it should be on my YouTube channel as well. Alright, so as I've done this before, so I have to go into New Game Plus for this. Also helps if I go with Summoner. Yeah, let's start that. Actually, I think I need to go as Arcanist. As if it's Armory, just what? Say what? What's this? Oh, this. Alright, hang on. Before I start that, I gotta get rid of some inventory space. I thought I did this before. Evidently not. Hey, still sell stuff. Now, alright, let's get that done. I carry a lot of junk with me, apparently. Gated bronze sledgehammer. Still useful. Alright, you know what? Let's sell this for, I don't know, 900 like I did the other one. Alright, so now this should work now if I go into Summoner. There we go. And from here we go to Duty, New Game Plus. This is a DPS class and it's magic, so we go down. Summoner. Summoner Part 1. The Sons of St. Connacht are conducting research that requires the aid of an Arcanist, specifically one that has experience defeating the primal Ifrit. It is for that reason... I can never pronounce this name right. It is for that reason Thurbigen asked you to travel to Apakalu Falls and meet with Ymitra to discuss a recent discovery, a set of ancient texts describing the existence of Allagan mages known as summoners. Comments. I need to start this as Arcanist. Yeah, so that's what I have to do. Alright, let's get this done. Won't be long. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, putting on the proper book. Scholar book. What's better? What book's better? Doesn't matter. There we go. Osteraries of fire of flame. Greetings, Clalin. It is well you have come, for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of St. Connacht, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eurasia, and they have asked for you by name. It appears that the research the sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an arcanist, specifically one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the primal Ifrit. Though I must admit some curiosity as to how the scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits, I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you were to answer this request, then you will find your contact, a researcher by the name of Ymitra, at Apkalu Falls in the nation of Gridania. Alright, let's make way to Gridania. And much like before, we're going to take the airship for that, as we did with Ulda to Limsa, from Limsa now to Gridania. Hope everyone's having a great start of the day. Looking forward to more what this game has to offer. I'm actually looking really forward to continue with the story. Get to that point. Getting really close. We're about pretty much 2/3 of the way done. 66%, 67%. 6.5 jobs left. 6.5 amount of job storylines to go. 6 in Gridania, and well, the half being Summoner, because we're in the first half of Arcanist. About a couple weeks ago. Or was it last week? One of the two. Alright, madame. Bring us to Gridania, s'il vous plaît. There we go. Now, Ymitra is in Old Gridania. Well, so is Apkalu Falls, so I guess that makes sense. Also, for those that want to do the Valentine's event, you do it here in Gridania, which I think I'll do that later this evening. If not this evening, tomorrow for sure. It is going to be done this weekend. But for now, I'm focusing on Summoner. Ymitra. I always thought of her as a... If you look at her name, just check out the Y. Get rid of the Y. If you rearrange those letters, it spells Mithra from Final Fantasy XI, the name of the cat race in Final Fantasy XI, Mikote 14. I'm not sure if that was done intentionally or not, but I figure it's kind of cool. Alright, let's talk to her. You are Clalin Reborn, I assume. Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you have already surmised, is Yamitra. I am a member of the Sons of Saint Connox. Ours is a Shalarian order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singular important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allegan mages known as summoners. They were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essences of the primals and manifest the stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggy. Should we succeed in resurrecting such art, then we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, one monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the Beastman's savage deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under her belt may begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Biregot Strike and south of Thanalan. There we shall conduct a ritual of summoning, the Austerities of Flame. The Austerities of Flame. Austerities of Flame. Austerities. Oh, that makes more sense. Alright, let's go to Biregut Strike. Now, there's no simple way. I don't think there's a simple way to Chocobo there. Chocobo to there. Because I could probably go from here to Camp Tranquil. And from Camp Tranquil, I go to Drybone. But I'm not sure there's anything from Drybone to Little Alamigo. I don't think that route's been established. Come on, this Square Enix. It's not that much of a difference to make a route between the two of them. Maybe write a petition to have that done. That's an idea. Alright. Let's teleport there. Little Alamigo. That's quite the way south. Alright. I guess we're hoofing it. There's Taken Fate. Looks like it's only NPCs that are fighting it, and won't get much help from them. Yeah. For those that do the relic quests, particularly the books, you'll know that place very well. Especially if you do it 10 times. All 10 weapons. 10 sets of books. Especially if you do that a second time. Or a third time. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever be doing that again. I did that with Andy, and I did that all with Clalin. Clalin still needs to finish up her relics, although she's stuck right now at need to get an item from a place called Snowcloak. I don't even have that unlocked. I don't even that far into the story yet to be able to unlock that. I think that's in 2.4. Yeah. I actually heard they also changed the final steps. I'm curious what that's going to be like when they get Clalin there. Here's where we fought for the Black Mage quest. I'll get to that fate later. We're gonna do the Hildebrand portion. You gotta do Hildebrand. That's one thing I loved about the Hildebrand, with all these grim and grisly tales of Eorzea. All the brooding and self-loathing of... I'm not sure I'm going on with this, but essentially with the added comedy to the game, which was something I'd never experienced, or not to the extent that it showed here. So when I get to that, it'll be fun. Into the desert. Yeah, Chimitra. I guess we do have to fight here. Alright. Greetings to you once more, Clalin. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the natural dominant element, matched the aspect... Let me restart that. According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would prefer these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar they wished to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Saguli Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of a little worth, but within its facet depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now, you must focus. Visualize the ether flowing from you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an eggy wreath in flames. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is not, if not fraught with peril. Okay. Hey there, buddy. The heat is almost intolerable. Pray defeat this entity swiftly. Here. Stone skin! Woo! Yeah, duty complete. Complete. She's hot. Do I have that motion? I do not. Alright. Most impressive, Clalin. The fireborn Eggy has submitted to your will. You have mastered the austerities of flame, and that is no small feat. Pray, let us return to Akpalu Falls that we might further discuss your achievement. Right. I'm curious about something. I like to think you can get a Chocobo from here. Chocobo Porter should be able to go to Camp Drybone just north of there, but I think that only goes either to Gridania over here or Forgotten Springs right back there. But let's not speculate, let's actually go check it out. And if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. Yep. Alright, let's go back here. Yeah, what am I doing in Morgana? I want to go to Gridania. Ulda, Gridania, Limsa, Lominsa, Mordona. Ishgard is a nice, different ending sounding name. What's that? Kugane, Crystarium, Yulmore, Rajatan, Shalea. Let's continue this now and get started on Summoner. Well, it's actually starting Summoner. This is truly a monumentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you are bound. In the ancient tongue of the Allegan Empire, it would be known as FFXIV, where Egi translates approximately to pure or the essence of. In short, you have obtained a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of the Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than the edgy of fire. I suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming a servant of unyielding stone. You once seized victory against the primal titan, did you not? Though I admit I am eager to progress directly to the austerities of Earth, you must be careful not to overtax your reserves of strength. Rest well, and spend some time to grow accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue with your historic research, you will find me here, awaiting your arrival with barely constraint and patience. Summoner unlocked! Again. summon Fire AG. Let's set this up properly. Titan's essence infuses your aura, Clalin. I foresee no future obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the austerities of Earth? I have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Eggy to your will. According to my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found to the northwest of Alder Springs, in the North Shroud. A hereto buried layer of ancient rocks exposed by the violent upheavals of the calamity has lent the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. The conditions will be perfect. I will await you at our destination. Cool. Alder Springs, where's that? Alright, that's something I can take a chocobo to. Or I can just get out of here. That works too. Selene. Stout Elm. Milane. Then we take a hard right here. The guards fighting ladybugs. No longer need fear the wrath of the ladybugs. That place is safe. The ritual you're about to perform is, essentially, no different from the austerities of flame. Instead of fire, however, you'll be concentrating on shifting your etheric balance towards the spectrum of Earth. Once you have achieved the required state of Earth and affinity, the primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Eggy. As before, you must demonstrate unflinching authority if you convince the newborn avatar to heed your commands. Let us begin. Proceed. Hello, Tiger Neji. Okay. Oh, well done, Clalin. I came in search of elegant relics and what do I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers. But what just the fate that you chance across such undeserved power? And who might you be, sir? To so boldly question our accomplishments? If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure I seek. How terribly convenient. I need only say you two and take what I need from your bloody corpses. Hey, gods below a summoner? But how? Cause your infantile prattle. The continuation of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful lives. Pitiful lives. So pitiful. I'm not even touch you, man. Why do you struggle so? Your unwillingness to accept oblivion but delays the inevitable. Feed me, Avatar of Infernal Flame. Incinerate these fools of an all-consuming hellfire. What? Roar. Feel nature's fury, you vile blackguard. You missed. I'm tired of this childish game. Thank the gods for granting you another day of miserable existence. He's gone. What a decidedly unpleasant fellow. He just up and disappeared, like a fart in the wind. Well, I suggest we return to Akpalu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with whomever that deranged mage was. Deranged. Excuse me. Let's take your Toko to the city. After this summoner storyline, I'm gonna take a small break for making some dinner, take a shower, then come back and play a little bit of Bard. See where the evening takes us. You know, after the Bard, maybe I'll do the Valentinian event. Man, that guy's really clearing out the ground area. Get them squirrels! Get them! Yeah, get the other one! Get the other! Get him! Get him! Yeah! Safe place is safe from squirrels and ladybugs. He must be busy, that guy. Overpowering those little animals. So cruel. I like the job summoner. It's like my second favorite class so far. That or machinist, one of the two. Well, for Clalin, it has to be my second favorite. I must say, I did not expect to meet another practitioner of the summoning arts. And I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure do we carry that this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it? Such mysteries aside, I am most glad that we were able to secure Titan Eggy before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without his protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. The Eggy of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, is not a force to be trifled with. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect other magics at your disposal. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues at the Sons of St. Connacht and see what I might learn of this hostile summoner. We shall meet anon. Okay. 3 more quests to go. Summon Titan. Bow down over the under the weight. Bow down over the under the weight. Titan! How fared you with your training, Clalin? For my part, I had some success in uncovering the identity of our mystery attacker. We knew that our assailant was capable of summoning Ifrit Iggy, so I perused the records of our past expeditions of those who claim to have triumphed against the Lord of the Inferno. Of those victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present whereabouts unknown. After eliminating candidates based on race and gender, I was left with but a single name, Tristan. Assuming the records are accurate, this here was once registered as a soldier in the Immortal Flames. As to how the man came by his skills as a summoner, or why he sought to kill us, however, I remain woefully ignorant. Nevertheless, I have witnessed him use the art of summoning for casual brutality, and that I cannot countenance. The power should never be employed for the sake of tyranny or personal gain. It was meant to oppose such evils. It is our responsibility to bring this Tristan to justice. Should we stand idle, his reprehensible actions could very well stain the good name of future summoners who have yet to answer their calling. The art itself could be outlawed, the very notion of it taboo. Now, Through my inquiries, I was able to determine that a war comrade from Tristan's days in the military resides in Little Alamigo. I ask that you pay a visit to this former soldier and learn what he knows of our callous villain. Alright. Fun here. Just still sweeping. Oh, Little Alamigo. Whoops. Oh, take a choco for there. We're in here, do we go? Or I guess we can go around, that works too. I guess where I want to go, so I can't complain. So I don't see why you can go around this area here. You just go north to Camp Drywood. Drybow. Former immortal flame. Well, well. Seems like Tristan wasn't telling us tall tales after all. He said I could expect some primal addled saw to show up and start asking questions. Why don't you stay here and play with some friends of mine? I have a message to deliver. She's all yours, ladies. Hello. Alright. Was it? That was it. Alright, let's continue. Now, if you're just looking for the summer storyline, there's not a lot to it, it seems. Not that I'm complaining, but... But the other three in this town, well, all the other ones, there's the three main job quests as well as the three crafter gatherers. Those will take you a good couple hours at the least. The Archer Bard is a bit of it ends up being a somber one. White Mage is cute. Lancer then Dragoon, well, D'Artagnan! You were set upon? The fiend is one step ahead of us. I'd wager 10 years of dig site finding that Tristan warned his old allies long before you set foot in that settlement. He thought you were one of the tempered, immortal enthralled to a primal's will. In addition to being ruthless, it appears that our opponent is highly intelligent, not quite as deranged as I first assumed. Such a level of planning hints at the existence of some greater scheme. But that is still all we know. For the moment, we must be content with the knowledge that he perceives us as a threat and is aware of our efforts to track him. Speaking of which, you did exceedingly well to survive the trap to which I blitherly sent you. Blitherly. I must apologize for my carelessness. I will not underestimate this man again. On a happier note, however, my efforts to decipher the alien text proceed apace. Here, you must read this. With your skills already tried and tested against the edgy, you should have little difficulty in mastering a second summoning technique such as this. Let us put this disaster behind us and focus on the wonders that lie ahead. Shadowing the summoner. Pain Flare. Still a good. Pain Flare is a fun name. Alright. Elegant attire. Oh god. Greetings, Clalin. Though it is good to see you, I'm afraid I have yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know that he is cunning and brutal and will stop at nothing to achieve his purpose. At matters stand, we put chase before this man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, leave us ever one step behind. Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually, his desire will bring him to us. Where and when Tristan will strike, I cannot say, but it is unlikely to be on a field of our choosing. Thus, I suggest we prepare for this inevitable conflict as best we may. As fortune would have it, the ruins of Mordona may have prepared us with a new source of strength. Word among the suns is that a set of evoker's attire has been unearthed. Made during the reign of the Allegan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn for the exclusive use of summoners. I can only imagine the degree to which they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervising the excavation effort at St. Connacht's Find, Rambrose, is a dear friend of mine. In light of our circumstances, I am certain that he will consent to a request that you allow to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit? We shall pay Rambrose a visit. Bros. More donuts. Ah, Ymitra. I suspect you'll make an appearance before long. And I presume this fine lady is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Yes, hopefully the first of many. Now, pray tell me, Rambrose, has the discovery of Allegan-made evoker's attire been confirmed? It has. Truly a historical find. Then, I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke? Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if we would consider allowing Clalin to wear the Allegan garments. Well, she is a summoner after all, and I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect the attire will have on one with the appropriate training. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on part of our excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I fear they will be loath to part with the garment without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of metallic construct known as mirrorites have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordona. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest you speak with my 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances to their work. I dare say they would then gladly surrender the pieces of the attire they hold. Once I have confirmed our dig sites suitably empty of armored horrors, I will see you rewarded with the garment that I myself recovered from the ruins. Okay. Muddled researcher. A mirror like lurks over yonder. I can scarcely think with that thing wandering about. Oh God, it approaches. Hello. Are you still alive? No, you did. Phew, you have my thanks. Now I might finally be able to concentrate on my task. If I'm not mistaken, you're in search of the evoker's attire? I have one of its wondrous pieces right here. You're most welcome to it. Thanks, man. Now we go north. Down the path I literally just walked past. Praise the God, Ramber says an adventure beyond. Please, you must destroy the horrible construction. Hey, buddy. Thank you for eliminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not ordinarily stutter, so you see, but abject terror has had that effect on folk. Now, I hear from Yamita that you have need of this Allegan garment. I should be glad to see it put to practical use rather than shut away in some dusty vault. Mirrorites? Yes, they have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pests that have been plaguing me. Mirrorites? Yes, they have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pests that have been plaguing me of late. Fascinating. I never thought I'd be fortunate enough to observe a conflict between an Allegan construction at such close quarters. This has been a deeply enriching experience. If the price to be if the price is to be my piece of the elegant attire, then so be it. Ah, the champion of my researchers returns. With the ruins now free of Mirrorites, the excavation can proceed at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear of one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust. You performed a valuable duty to us, Clalin. As promised, you shall have the summoner's garment uncovered by my own hand as your reward. Ah yes, Amita mentioned that she would await you at FFXIV Falls. It seems there was no doubt in her mind that you would succeed here. Back to Gridania. Yeah, if I go for more Dorna, it'll let me go to actually, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, this will takes us to places in Corsa, like the the observatory, maybe Camp Dragonhead. Possibly White Brim. I don't think it'll bring us anywhere else, but let's see. Where does Chocobo Quarter bring us here? It'd be cool if it brought us all the way to Falgord Float. I think there's only 2 quests left as well. Dragging ahead in there. Alright. Let's just teleport to Britannia. Bring back the Western Shroud. That we can use to get to the Shroud quickly. Western Shroud, come on. You had 11 years to build a bridge to get there? Western Shroud. Western Shroud. I don't think they listen to me. If it looks like a representation of Thorny Hell, then let us go to Thorny Hell. Bring back the Western Shroud. In 11 years. So, this is how summoners of old were clad. Well, more or less. It is unfortunate that the ruins have yet to surrender the final piece to the Suns. These garments, aside from the coloring, they're identical to the garb Tristan wore. He will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented. I'm having trouble speaking. He will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face this murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. To that end, it is time you drew on your experience by defeating the primal Garuda. Yes, her aura of fickle violence is palpable unto you. It is daunting to imagine Ehi born of the Lady of Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitably location in which to perform the austerities of wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself, body and mind, for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. Yeah, I'm ready. I sense Garuda's restless essence railing from the confines of your etheric channels. It is time we granted it release from the austerities of wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. Are you familiar with the floating city of Nim in Outer Lenosha? As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I am quite excited to see this new Yeggy. Make our way here. Shall we begin? I assume that as this is your third such experience, you have by now grown familiar with the rituals. Shall we begin? I assume that as this is your third such experience, you have now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I'd have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will only be too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Edgy has disappeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. Tame its fury. When I first heard this in 1.0, I just loved the song when I first heard it. It was just different from everything else. Massively done, Clalin. Garuda Eggy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Akpalu Falls. I am sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. This might be my shortest stream for this to date. Got literally think just one more quest and I'm done with Summoner. Wow. I kind of expected this though in a way. Again, I went to Mordor. Why did I go to Mordor and supposed to go to Gridania? Nope. Old Gridania. With the addition of Garuda Edgy, you now command 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a particular role in which it excels. For Garuda Edgy, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned being displays the original primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your Edgy allies and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when next he chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Clalin. Summon Garuda learned. I guess it's the last one. Clalin, there's been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Connex find murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. You know as well as I do that Tristan is behind this massacre. He has indeed grown bold or desperate to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordor at once and speak with any survivors. It may be that we glean some idea what that cold-hearted monster was after, or what he might strike next. We must stop him. No, here. I keep messing this up here. Take me to St. Cornac's Find. What path does this chocobo take? So it just mainly follows the road. Got it. Rambo's is still here. Yes, yes, I was almost certain. It was the same dark summoner whom Yumito described to us. We were celebrating a recent find, the soul of an Allegan summoner, when a man in black robes suddenly appeared and demanded we surrender the gem. Naturally, we objected to this arrogant imposition, but he simply sneered at our refusal. The next moment, the world exploded into flame. Through a haze of agony, I saw him snatch up the soul crystal from a smoldering body and stride off towards the singing shards. That bastard slaughtered my friends. There was no warning, no negotiations. If the gods grant you the chance to exact vengeance, then I pray you show him the same mercy he afforded us. Another soul crystal. Yes, it makes sense that he would shift his attention to a more easily obtainable gem. After all your progress, you would now make for a most formidable opponent. I must apologize for not sharing my theory earlier. I suspect that Tristan might desire the soul crystal you carry, but did not wish to draw any premature conclusions without sufficient evidence. I am at a loss, however, to explain why he seeks more of these Allegan relics. We shall just have to ask the villain himself after we corner him in the singing shards. Let us be on our way. Alright, let's go. Last fight here. An Allegan? Astion. I have brought you the soul crystals, as promised. Yes, these appear to be authentic Allegan artifacts. Ashen of the 12th Chalice. Very well, I shall honor our bargain. From within these gems I will draw forth the memories of the ancient summoners and the slumbering essence of an elder primal. All the attendant knowledge and power shall be yours. Oh God, the pain. I don't too much. The bubbling sorcerer and her competent lackey makes an appearance at last. You think to capture me? Fools, I have orchestrated your every move. You have grown much in the art, it is true, but through the wisdom of the Paragons, I now command the power of an elder primal. You made a deal with the Paragons? And you call us fools? The Ascians will never relinquish that hold on you. A small price to pay. If you can feel the strength that lifts my entire being, it is indescribable. I'll use this power to annihilate the beast riders and put an end to their insufferable rituals once and for all. The primals will rise no more. Hear me, demon king of devouring flame. Feed on my ever-burning anguish and be reborn! The culmination of my sacred duty is at hand. But first, there's one more soul crystal that must be mined. I'll tolerate its wasted potential no longer. Bilious. Sin devours, it barely life devours. That was easier than I thought. By all the memories of Summer's past, I should have been unstoppable. I will sear the disease of beastmen from the face of the land, deprived of the worshippers. The primal that tempered my weak-willed sibling will wither to oblivion. So I see my order's records were accurate. Though it was buried deep in the archives, I but recently discovered a report that described how you slew your own brother. He was corrupted during your ill-fated encounters with Ifrit, was he not? I imagine your superiors in the Immortal Flames thought it a mercy to conceal that inglorious detail. Once the soft-hearted fool has been tempered, there was no saving him. And thus I took it upon myself to expunge the stain of embarrassment. But my work is left undone. The primal, no. All primals must suffer for that insult. After I killed my brother, I found myself liberated, my vision clear. No deed was too vile if it promised to add to the power I required. How can you not see? I am the sword of vengeance, and I shall wrest the soul crystal from your blasted corpse. Boom. Once you... I wonder which struck the first blow to his sanity. The despair at his brother's tempering, or the guilt of slaying his own kin. It is ironic to think that, discounting the means, our purposes were fundamentally one and the same. A summoner employs the savagery of the primals to conquer the primals themselves. Had Tristan's approached us as an ally, we might have found ourselves aiding his cause. Alas, he chose to walk the path of bloodshed. Each vicious act must have pushed the man deeper into madness until, eventually, lust for power and vengeance was all that drove him. The might of the primals carries with it a burden of responsibility and a measure of danger. I hope never to see you corrupted by the potent energies you wield. It is time to return to Apkalu Falls. The Dark Summoner is no more. Alright, let's get this off, I guess. Oh, how I would love to declare our troubles at an end. But I fear the Ascian with whom Tristan made his bargain with is yet afoot. These so-called paragons prey upon men and women who are at their weakest, speaking honeyed words to lead them down the road to destruction. In this manner, they seek to plunge the realm of Eorzea into chaos. It is reassuring to know that heroes like you exist to foil their never-ending schemes and foul plots. An outright war against the Ascians looms closer day by day. Thus would I have you armor yourself with the last piece of the Evoker's attire. It was discovered at the same day whence Tristan seized the soul crystal, and the St. Connacht's fine researchers, grateful for your actions in bringing the murdered summoner to justice, insisted that you complete your set. One can never be overprepared when heading to battle against a paragon. Wear it proudly. Speaking of preparations, we are aware of the deepest layer of power hidden within your avatars. A technique exists that allows you to tap into the full potential of your Edgy. You must have seen Tristan employing this ability. During the final battle with the Dark Summoner, you would have heard a whisper emanating from the Soul Crystal. Still in your mind now, Clalin, and you will hear the voices of the ancient summoners instructing you in their greatest achievement. The true power of the Edgy will be yours. And Kendall. Alright. Oh, I can't get a good one. With our eyes constantly glaring my way. So, yeah. All right, folks. Looks like that's the end of the summoner quest line from A Realm Reborn. FFXIV to Realm Reborn. It wasn't not a long one. I didn't think it would be, and it actually wasn't. So that being said, we've now kickstarted our Gridania Ren for the jobs and quests. There's 6 more to do here, and later I'm gonna take a small break, freshen myself up, get some food in me, and the next quest line I'm gonna be working on is Archer/Bard. So you take care. I'll see you all later on today. Ciao.